In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. The Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys. It is crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Cooper. Pulls it in. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, NC State.
Touchdown, NC State.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
NC State 7, North Carolina 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tar Heels offense will get the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass, it's Cooper. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. On the move at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. NC State going up tempo. Running back goes in motion. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to him. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking for a man. It's Cooper. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the option. Quick toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
North Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Release to the back. Makes the catch. And he breaks into the open. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Getting some heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they execute and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Montgomery. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Throwing right. Makes a connection. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome.
Touchdown, North Carolina! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. NC State will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. To the air, it's Cooper. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got his man. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ball game.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out.
Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
Oh, look out! He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going.
What a snag by the defense. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Cooper. Quickly complete. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. The offense will quickly use a timeout. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Pierce. They'll immediately call timeout.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, NC State.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more...
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Looking for an open area to his left. Hey, that's a live ball. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this...
Nothing but green ahead. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense. You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, the ground game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these lines.
He's got it down the left side. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. ULM rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to pass, it's Cooper. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy. One of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Handoff from the gun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kendricks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't. Any extra yards, great tackle there. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He'll pull it on the read. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Dropping back, it's Cooper. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Open space at the 25. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll ride the hot hand.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wide out in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum. If you get it here on 4th and short, if you're able to score a touchdown, it's a completely different game. And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Fights off a defender. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield. You're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Tar Heels are on the move. Movement here from the tight end. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot.
And they got him for the sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big play.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you've got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Quarterback on the keeper. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one. At some point in this game, he's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll pitch it. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Tar Heels have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. That last field goal put them on top. They're feeling good, but they can't relax yet. Have to cover this kickoff well. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese.